simplify the expression by adding or subtracting the looks like rational expressions. So rational expressions means we're going to need to find some common denominators going on here. So it looks like we have denominators right now of 3x and 2x. And remember that this, since it doesn't have a denominator, is understood to have a denominator of 1. So I guess we'll need to include an x, and the least common multiple of 3 and 2 would be 6. So we're going to be going up to a common denominator of 6x. So for the first one, we're missing 6x. So I'm going to multiply 6x on top and bottom. The second one is just missing a 2, so I'll multiply a 2. And then the third one is just missing a 3, so I'm going to multiply by a 3. So when I come down to my next line, it looks like I have 6x multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 3x plus y minus 3x minus 3y, and this all now has a common denominator of the 6x. So now, as I get ready to simplify, I'm going to have to do some distributing here. Looks like 6x times 2 is 12x. No distributive property there needed. But on this one, I will need to distribute the 2 through to get 6x plus 2y. And then here, this is a minus 3 being distributed through. So minus 3x and plus 9y. And this is all still over 6x. And now we're just going to collect our like terms. So we have a 12x minus 3x, so that's going to be 9x. Oops, forgot the 6x right there, so let's get rid of this and put 12 plus 6 is 18, minus 3 is 15, so I got 15 x's. Then we have plus 2y and plus 9y, so that's plus 11y. And that looks like it's over 6x. Nothing else nicely simplifies because 15, 11, and 6 are all relatively prime. So, pause the video and see if you can do this fraction problem, this rational expression problem. So assuming you tried it out, gave it a second, and tried it on your own, remember the 1 is over 1, so with the 2x and the 6x, we're going to have to get a common denominator of coincidentally 6x again. So 6x over here, 6x over here. This one's missing a 3, so I'll put a 3 in there. And the last one is already 6x, so I don't need to worry about doing that extra work. Now, 6x multiplied by 1 plus 3 times 5x plus 5y plus, conveniently, we don't need to worry about any extra number there, so we just get this 3x plus 5y. And that's all over our denominator of 6x. So now, a little bit of distributive property again. 6x times 1 doesn't have distributive property, but that's 6x. 3 times 5 would be 15x. 3 times 5y would be 15y. Plus 3x plus 5y, and that's all over 6x. And so our final answer will be to group 6 plus 15, which is 21. 21 plus 3, which would be 24 x's. Then we have 15y and 5y. 15 and 5 is a total of 20y, and that's all over 6x. But now this time we do have a little bit of reduction. 24, 20, and 6 are all even. They all have a common factor of 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. 20 divided by 2 is 10, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the final answer we should be submitting is 12x plus 10y over 3x. And that should be the final answer.